Okay, on project 4, the ones that I had uploaded to Evernote. Yes. Okay. Were down here in Evernote. I had uploaded this answer B and answer. Where's it at? Down here. Or there it is. Down here further. Get to where it is. There it is. A4 answer B, and I think that's the one we did in here, and then there's A4 answer. So I have these open in here, but what these problems did is they, let me go to where one of those were. I think maybe it was this one. Yeah. These just print the array. It calculated what was going on in the array. So let me do answer 4, and I'll put this out there too. Here is what I had asked you to do, was to initialize an array, then calculate the discounted price for 3 days from the original price that was put in, like if it was $17.65. And so in this while loop, we're actually loading the array, and I've got a lot of comments in here so that we can go back and I'll tell you what each one of these things do. But this is the Sentinel valued array. So each time it goes through and it builds the array of the 3 discounted values. And then it calls the function print array and passes the array up here to the function print array. And this is the array that it passes it to. And then the for loop just sits there and prints out the 3 positions in the array. But what I had to do to make it work correctly is I actually put the original price as position 0 in the array, but I didn't print that position out. Okay, so let me show you how it works, and then or better work downstairs. So here we go. Oh, that's an alert I left in there. Okay, please enter the original price of the t-shirt you want to purchase. So I'm going to put 17.65. Click OK. And there it printed the original price, those 3 values. Now I can put in another price for a t-shirt, prints all of those out. And so when I hit 0, it's going to end. And that's what we wanted, right? That's how we wanted it to work. Okay, so let's look at the code. Who got theirs to work where it's just using the function to print? It's actually creating the array down in the while loop. Did anybody get that working? Because I know we tried to do this. I'm pretty sure it was this class. I get so confused. We never looked at this. Okay, maybe it was my Monday, Wednesday. I can never remember, because I never got it to work till just a while ago. I know we didn't have class on Tuesday. I was thinking that I did it last Thursday, but probably all mixed up. Okay, so here's what this one does. This is project 4. So our function's at the top, but we don't even look at the function first. This function, I have it commented, so when I put this into Evernote, y'all will be able to go back and see what we did here. The function to print the array, I used position 0, which has the original amount and has already been printed. So therefore, I start with position 1. So there's 4 positions in this array when I load it. We'll see that down here. So I have my variables initialized, and I have my array defined here. Okay, I could have initialized to all zeros this way, but the more preferred way to initialize your array to all zeros is to use this for loop. Okay, so the way we do that, the reason we do it that way is so that no matter how large your array is, you don't have to have a string of zeros out there. Okay, so I'm actually going to just take this line out so that it's not confusing. So initialize the array to 0. I used a for loop. Now, if anyone doesn't understand the for loop, you can use a while loop, but I can show you the difference here. We can explain. If you don't understand the for loop, let me know and we'll go through it until you can see the advantage of it. Here we put one line of code that says for, and I'm defining the index here. Actually, I already had it defined up here. But it's a for index equal to 0 as long as index is less than size. Well, you notice I put size 4, and so when my array, now there was a marker in here. Oh, thank you. Okay, so I have an array that I've defined here named discount price. And it tells me when I create this array, the size of it is 4 positions. So I've got an array with 4 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is position 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? Okay? Everybody follows so far? That's what this statement does. It says, okay, go out in memory in the computer, name a variable called discount price, and make it an array the size of this constant, which is 4. All right? So I'm going to store 3 discounted prices, right? But I need the original price for my loop to work so that when the first discounted price is actually taken from the original price, right? Now, this doesn't mean this is the only way to do it. Somebody might come up.
And the problem you not put up, I mean, it worked, didn't it?
What now?
The problem that you put up, it did work.
Yeah, the problem with it was that it was loading the array and just one position and printing that one position. So it wasn't really taking advantage of loading the array and letting it be stored out there and then printing it. But no, it's not incorrect. I will count it wrong. I'm just saying this is the way that is the most straightforward, because the function print array should only do that one thing, print the array. Because that will be a function that you can catalog to always display an array. Okay, so this one has got the array set up as 4 empty slots. Now we're going to go, because we don't know what's out there in this memory location, we need to go ahead and put 0 in each one of those slots, so that we know for sure there's nothing, no kind of garbage or anything in there, all right? So we're going to say for variable index equal to 0. So here's my index. It's equal to 0. And as long as index is less than size, which remember size is equal to 4. Oops. Always calls me. Okay, so next it says for variable index equals 0 as long as index less than size increment, but we don't come up here till the end. So we go down discount price sub index. So discount price sub 0, right? That's what the first one, because index is 0. So discount price sub 0 is equal to 0. So we set 0 in here. Then we increment index by that. So now index is 1. And so now discount price sub 1, set it equal to 0. Increment index again to 2. So now discount price sub 2 is equal to 0. Increment index again to 3. Now discount price sub 3 is equal to 0. And then increment index to 4. And so now it's no longer less than 4. So it's going to drop out of the loop. That's just an alert I put in there that I need to comment out just to when I was having trouble with it. Okay, then I come in and I ask the user for a price. So here, the first thing that's entered is 17.65, right? So now I come down, while price is not equal to 0, I want to print out the original price of the t-shirt. So my output should come over here and say the original price is 17.65. This is what my output screen is looking like, right? So that's what this does. Then it sets index to 0 again, because you remember at the end of this loop, index is 4, right? So I need to go back and set index again to 0. Now index is equal to 0. Now discount price sub 0 is equal to price. So now I want to put that price that's $17.65 into this slot.
Why doesn't it just assign 0 back to the price? Because the price, we set the price at $17.65.
Right.
And once it goes back and reads it over, why doesn't it? Because the index is still 0, right? At that point.
No, not here. Not here. At the prompt, it's already 4.
Okay, but when it comes back down and it says,
Where right here it sets it to 0, right?
Okay, and then the next one, why doesn't it set the price equal to 0?
Because this is the position. This is saying go to position in discount price, that's the 0 position, and put whatever price is into that position. Okay? That's a good question, because that's confusing sometimes when we start dealing with an array. Everybody follow what he was asking? Okay, so price has gone into there. So now it's $17.65. So now we're entering our loop that should build these 3 discounted prices in the array, right? So we say for index equal to 0. So I'm making sure index is 0, which it is from here. Index, as long as index is less than 3, increment index. Now, why is it saying index less than 3? You'll see why that has to be, because I don't want to print.
Because you're not wanting to print over that.
Yeah, right.
No, why does the index add to itself after that?
Right here?
But not in the function above.
Because I start with counter at 1 up above. And right here, index is at 0. Okay, so, but that was a good question here too, to notice that. Because what happened is here, I'm having to say, set index equal to 0, and then take discounted price. Well, actually, here's the calculation. Discount price subindex, which the first time through, I need it to be 0, right? Because I need it to take the discount of this price. So I'm saying discounted price sub 0 times 85%. And whatever that discounted price is, put it in position 1. Which I think that's $15 maybe. So I can't remember for sure if I'm doing it, but something like that. Okay, then it increments my index to 1. So now my index is 1. So now it says discounted price sub 1, which is going to be this position, times 85%, right? And place it in this slot, which is index plus 1. right? Because it's 1 plus 1, so it'd be position 2. Follow? So this would be 12 something. I don't know. And then 12 what?
75.
75. Okay, so now I'm going to increment index one more time, and it's at 2. And so I say in slot 2, in discounted price sub 2, take 85% of that and put it in position 3, which was 10 something?
1084.
1084. Okay, and now my index is no longer less than 3, so it's going to drop out of this loop. It's going to make a call to the print array function, and it's going to pass that array called discount price. So here's function print array, only it's going to go into this array, discount PR, and it knows it's an array because this one's being passed, which is an array. So then for variable counter equals 1, and I started it at 1 so that it would print out day 1, right? And also it'll start in position 1. So it just simply says day 1 is discount price sub 1 dot 2 fixed. And then it's going to increment counter to 2, print out the second position. Then it's going to increment one more time to 3 and print out the third position. And then it will say counter less than or equal to 3. And it's already incremented to 4, right? Does everybody get it? No, I know you guys were fun. What you want to ask, I understand that. So do you understand the for loop?
The problem I have with for loop is how sometimes it, like on the first line there, bar CR is 1. CR is less than 3 or less than equal to 3. And then you're adding 1.
Yeah, well, you only add one,
the
even,
first-
this is at the bottom, pretend that's at the bottom of the loop.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Though. Why is it at the bottom of the loop or not?
The first one is what do you want to repeat? And the second one is what you're changing. The third one is how long you're changing it for.
Okay. So I'm just so used to like the while loop because it's actually.
Yeah. And
It's the same thing, but they just move those all into that one square.
And so that one single statement, you can do it all. And it's with a short loop like this that only has one line of code, this really makes good sense to use the for loop because you can do it real concise. You do everything very concise. The while loop, you would have to set this outside the loop.
Right, at the top of it.
And before you enter the loop. And then this is in your while.
CTR is less than equal to 3.
Is part of your while. Yeah, and then this would be down here.
Right. So I get that. That, the way you put it right there, makes sense.
Well, that's how they have you.
Yeah.
That's how
I
it
wrote
was.
it down even. I went through it. That's what helped me actually continue.
Well,
this.
good.
Go
Yeah,
over it.
everybody here, that's why I
It's
like the
not
discussion. Yeah.
No, it's
But you see how this makes more sense than the way we did the other one, because this one simply has a loop that initializes it to 0. Take that out. And then it has your user prompt. This is our Sentinel controlled loop, and inside that is our loop that loads the array. So the only time we need to print it is after we finish loading it with all 3 discounted values.
So like that one there. One of those where index equals 0, index is less than 3. It would go through those 2, then discount price, do the calculation, then come back and
See, it doesn't increment there, but it primes the prompt. It does the prompt at the bottom and before you enter the while loop. So that's what adjusts the counter or the sentinel value before and at the bottom.
Because with Project 4, it was a lot of looking at a whole bunch of different things and playing around and making it work.
Yeah, because the
It works. It works just like yours. It's just new. But it's,
does yours have just the print array? I don't think you had yours done last week when we did it. Or like you all said, I didn't come on Tuesday, and that was when we were supposed to do it. So have I looked at yours and yours?
no, I heard mine's on. Mine's on.
Okay. But this will be one way that I know. Let me put this in.
If it wasn't for Khan Academy, yeah.
So Khan Academy helped you all on this one.
Oh, yes. I
Okay, there's some new.
I did it several times. So I actually,
See, in my Monday, Wednesday class, they said arrays didn't help them. It what? Was that on Khan Academy too? For loop?
Yeah, and the looping and stuff, when they did the looping.
Yeah, it was on
They
there.
don't spend a whole lot of time on the original.
Well, they go back to it though in the
Right. When I went
That's
to
when
the
they go
race,
back
I actually
to
had to go
it.
back and actually look at it again.
Yeah, there's last night I had a student that said Khan Academy, the arrays section and the functions section didn't help them. Only the early part in Khan Academy did. And they used these tutorials called New Boston. That's not the name of the guys, Bucky something. But if you click here on YouTube, it'll take you to them. And I added this link because if there's, like they go over, he goes over, and it's, everybody hears things a little different. Here's just a tutorial on for loops. Okay, and here's one on while loops. These are do while, which we didn't do in JavaScript, but these are all in JavaScript. There's nesting.
The only thing that was bad about the Khan Academy was that they have their own
JavaScript.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like a special thing that's just special to Khan Academy.
Right. And that makes it hard. That's,
I mean, he teaches you the idea or whatever, but then when you go to like transfer, it's like, oh, now what do I do?
now what do I do?
Yeah.
That's why I think some of them found this. I did not know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't have to worry about it.
that's what several people were saying. That's why I'm gonna watch these. These are pretty short, I think, but I know there's one on arrays. Down there it is. Here's the one on arrays, and here's other ways to create arrays. And I have not watched these, but he also has on other languages and stuff. And I heard everybody saying it's really good. So if you take script programming next semester, he does one on Python too. But here's another guy doing it. But anyway, this was the one that I had more than one student say they had them when they had got Windows 8 on their computer. There was an app that had this guy's tutorials in it. So I don't know, but I put the link down here in Evernote to them. So if you want to go back and watch those. And then I'm also, let me go put this program in there that I just did. Put that here. Let's see. Oops, no, that's not what I meant to do. My mouse did something on me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I'll put this one. It actually should go up further. But there it is. Answer for, and let me put it in there that this is the, I don't think it'll let me move it. This. To Project 4. Might take these others out. Oh, I meant to put that up there and it didn't let me. Let me see if I can change that. A bad place here. Whoa, there went my mouse. Drive.
They're close enough.
It's close enough? Okay.
On the same page.
Yeah, it's on the same page. Okay.
I mean, A4, answer A.
Yeah.
C, so.
B and C. Yeah, answer 4C. Okay. All right. So these are this is the one that will be the closest to your final. You know, you'll do an array and a function. Okay. And so just like your projects 1, 2, and 3 were like the test 1, 2, and 3, this one is like the test 4. Okay. So that was why I wanted to make sure that everybody was okay with it. Now, if you want me to look at one of yours, we can also do that. Let's see, cancel. And the other thing that has happened is my Khan Academy will not let me see all of you all's completed ones. It's like I don't have any students, but they keep sending me the emails that I didn't know to keep because I used to could get to it. So I'm saying that to say whenever you have all of them that you're going to complete done, let me know and I'll just look because you can pull it up and it'll show me all your completed ones. Okay. I think I'm going to stop this so that people don't have such a long one to look at. Oops, I meant to. Oh, I hope it did right. Let me see. Make sure I copied it right. Showing that it's still live, but I think it's done. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions about any of your work, you know, I can look at that, or also I can go in. What is that? Oh, I know where it is. Let me make sure that